Hello, welcome to the person that's here today, Erica, and welcome to anybody who might be listening. So this is the fourth meeting of this space using self-inquiry, heart inquiry to anchor in the true essence of who we are. So what we'll continue to do will be a meditation, talk, meditation, whatever wants to come through. So you might want to take a moment to arrive, first of all, arrive in your body. Take an inhale and find your feet. A faith that they kiss the earth in every step of your way. They solidly hold you wherever you go. And they are held too by the ground, the body of this earth. And let your attention move upwards towards your knees. Find your legs and the lower part of your body and rest in gravity. Rest in the knowing that you are on this plane of existence, you are on this planet to fully arrive on this ground of this earth, to fully inhabit your gravitas, your human body. As you're shifting your attention up, you're finding your solar plexus and then your heart, the unique beat of your own inner drum. How often do we stop to listen to that beat, to listen to that drum? How often do we pause to be lived through that sound? Our heart is the center through which we infinitely free fall. And it's also the very center that holds all our sorrows and our grief, and our aches and our worries and our angst. And it can hold it all. It's the place where the union happens between spirit and the light of awareness, with the ground of being beneath our feet. We meet here. And this meditation is part of an invitation to meet yourself fully here in this moment. Free of suffering, through sitting in the heart of suffering and intensity. And then we have our throats and our head. Our head is held by a whole body. There is an innate wisdom in the proportion of how our bodies are built. And yet the paradox that we live life in our head, in our thinking, in trying hard to figure out, to solve, to resolve, which of course is part of human experience. And it's our safe center. It's where we often find safety, in our mind. Yet, that safety very often is a kind of temporary safety, a temporary refuge. And often the intensity in this center, the noise, the employees in it intensify their workload until maybe we burn out and we break down. And there we have a choice. And the choice is this: do we break down, or do we break open and we break through? When we let our heads rest in our heart, for this moment, that's the invitation. You can pick it up later if you want. But in this moment, stop it all. Stop the striving. You can allow yourself the next couple of seconds to simply stop. And this kind of invitation is not a doing as such, but it's a kind of stopping that it's letting it all be for what is. It's a kind of essence, a movement that's arising from the depths of your inner knowing, the depths of your soul. And when, in this moment, in this breath, you let it all go, you surrender to how the moment is. What's here? What remains? A bit like your heart, just like in your heart's beat, in the drum beat of your inner primordial organ that's sustaining you in life. Beats in the background of every experience you have in life. Every heartache, every joy, every grief, every worry, every anxiety is present. Your heart is beating in the background, like a very intimate, unconditional, welcoming witness of all of your experience. Your heart speed doesn't care if you're this or if you're that. It was unconditionally here. So our bodies have an innate wisdom to point us back to the flesh and bones of the essence of the matter of who we are and the true essence of who we are. Just like our breath as well. So in this moment you can take the moment, you can free will the moment to allow yourself to be empty. Which can feel quite a challenge sometimes. Because in the stillness we recognize the fret and the noise, the inner noise. Where is this noise arising in? Can you tune into that wisdom through the metaphor of your heart beating in the background? Can you free fall in the embrace of your heart as you're asking this question? Free fall in your heart's wisdom. Where is this inner noise arising in? And when we're truly honest with what we discover, we see that the answer does not belong to a memory or a thought. That every thought, even every sensation, is intimately arising and presenting and birthing itself new in every given second, in every given moment. No matter how the moment is. This is a place that is not a racist place. It doesn't discriminate between right and wrong. It doesn't judge. Does your heart beat judge you for your grief? No. It's a loyal, silent, yet alive companion to every thought and every experience that is unfolding within it. And this will feel like disorienting, and it will feel like an effort of some kind. And maybe if we look a little bit closer, we might be able to discern that the effort is in the striving to get to a state, or striving to get to a place. When this very striving is also witnessed in this infinite locationless location. There's nowhere to go, there's nowhere to be, there's nothing to do, or not to. This is not about striving. This is not about having a map. It's more like reading a map backwards. You are already the destination, expressing itself as a map, directing and orienting in life. So what's here if you let everything be as it is? Just let everything be. Let the thoughts be here. Let the striving even. It's witness from a bigger, spacious place. I quite enjoy when this very visceral, subtle, yet alive felt sense of this place within us, to locate it in a kind of felt sense, a visceral, bodily felt sense. Because this knowing will express itself differently for each one of us. For some, it may be images. For others, it may be a bodily sense of knowing. For others, it may be sound, it may be the expression is infinite. And the knowing of that expression can express itself infinitely too. So when you ask yourself, who am I right now? How do you know who you are and what's the answer to that? To me, it really expresses through my body and the knowing in my heart, in my breath, in the weight of my body and the chair, and connected with the knowing that I'm also not this body at the same time. The issue is not who we are, but the attachment with who we think we are. The attachment to thinking, the attachment to believing that we are a specific person with specific ideals. And that grasping often can serve us really well for a long time. And when it stops serving us well, it's a different kind of invitation for a deeper, perhaps, truth to reveal itself. There is no right or wrong path. There is no truth and non-truth. As I see it in my world, everything is expression of truth. So, in saying that, in discovering who we are, there is a need to cultivate compassion and respect for ourselves and for other people. Because we don't exist in a vacuum, we exist in relationships. And it's so refreshing and freeing and liberating to expose our tendencies, our innocent human tendencies to blame, to judge, to compare, This is what we had to do for such a long time to survive. We developed this intellect to get us somewhere, and it got us in tremendously amazing places. And we're not just this. So we can allow the mind to become a servant of us, of our highest truth. We can allow ourselves to free fall in the mystery of life and dare to stop seeking for the mastery of life. When we can't even predict our next thought, we can see how absurd this striving is. So find your body, find your heart, just as we're coming slowly towards the end. And simply give gratitude through your being. You might want to put your hand on your heart, anywhere in your body. You might want to put your hand in your head if there was a lot of activity in your head. That is so welcome too. And thank you for listening.